and ripples of the Siakam trade. The Siakam trade's a lot bigger than people can really see off the bat from just the initial Siakam and a second goes to Indy, and the Raptors get Bruce Brown, Jordan Noir, Kyra Lewis Jr., and 3 firsts, and the Pels get nothing, I think. I can't remember what the Pels got, but I'm going to talk about that second that Indy got. But let's get back to the return that the Raptors got, right? So we got Bruce Brown. Jordan Noir got, let go at the end of the season. Kyra Lewis was a Pels stump so that Indy could receive another second, because this is what happened. When we traded Siakam, we took back way less salary. And that's the thing. When you trade a big player, it's hard to really trade them and get back kind of a package that doesn't mess up your current team, and then you're able to kind of do things with, right? So I think what Masai did was he took Siakam and spread the risk out over many assets. So one asset, obviously Bruce Brown, and the other assets were the 3 picks, right? So one pick got immediately flipped, which was the 29 and the 2024 draft, which was weak, but did have role players. But we traded that pick for Ochai and Kelly. Ochai being a lottery pick from the 2022 draft, an asset in the Mitchell trade. And Utah he really couldn't find his place on Utah. So that's kind of an upside deal. We trade a lower second for a lottery pick guy that didn't really get a lot of burn, plus Kelly. So then we go and re-sign Kelly. Well, we given him an extension after the trade. And now he becomes an expiring 2 years later. So he's also an asset that we could flip in expiring contracts, similar to Bruce Brown. If not, use their actual outright player value to get assets off that, right? That was the initial plan with Bruce Brown. We are going to showcase him a bit and find someone that wanted him. Unfortunately, he got hurt. That derailed his value, so we have to pivot to using him as an expiring contract, which I'm sure Masai understood at that point. So we picked Jacoby Walters with the other pick, right, in 2024. And then we still have a 2026 first. But from the trade exception that we got from Indiana taking back so much money, and us not having to take bad character guys or bad long-term contracts or whatever, and not sacrifice picks and whatnot in other players. I think Masai wanted to have as much liquid assets as he could, but he also got a huge trade exception. So then he saw that we needed to unload Dennis Schroeder's year, the extra year that would have been after the year we signed him, right? So that we could use that trade exception to bring on more money in Sasha and Mitchell, and we get 2 seconds because we only gave them Jalen McDaniels, I think, on a non-guaranteed contract. So we took in a lot more money than the Kings did, and they kind of get under the apron, the second apron or whatever, first apron, or make enough room so they can get DeRozan. So they got DeRozan by trading us 2 seconds and Mitchell. And all we had to do was kind of deal with the Sasha contract. So that was all kind of in part from the Siakam trade exception. So there's a lot of moving pieces to the Siakam trade, and the ripples will continue to ripple out even further. Like I said, even if we waive Bruce Brown this year, we still have Kelly, which is another expiring / player value, which we might be able to just get something for him outright, or use him as an expiring to pick up another prospect that maybe we flip down the road. So this thing is going to continue to go on, and the Siakam trade tree is not done by any stretch of the imagination, and it has a lot of unseen branches that I think people need to recognize. I think Masai did what he had to do. He took an all-NBA talent and spread the risk over many assets in order to find growth in those assets and maybe hit a home run in an asset here or there. Maybe fail in 1 or 2, but it's about the opportunities. We want to get a whole bunch of different opportunities with Siakam, and then OG was specifically aimed at shaping the core, right? Getting specific players. Siakam was about assets, and we spread that risk over many assets. So, all right, I think just in conclusion, it was a decent trade in this CBA because I think teams are really hesitant to give first. So the fact that we even got 3 firsts for an expiring Siakam is a decent value deal. So I think people need to relax with kind of saying the Siakam deal was bad based on whatever happens with Bruce or whatever. That's not the case. There's a lot of different factors in it. All right, thank you. See ya.